Hi, I'm Diane Carla Esagataya. I'm 25 years old and I'm currently in the Philippines. And I'm applying for the program in television in NAIT University. In your own words, tell us what has inspired you to pursue a career in radio or television. Growing up, my family bonded over watching movies and television shows together. One of my fondest childhood memory was driving down the video store to pick out movies we'd all watch for the weekend. Or if our favorite TV show was on, like CSI, we would sit around the TV screen and try to solve the crimes along with the actors and actresses from the show. I grew up fascinated with these movies and television shows we watched. My fascination for the world of actors and actresses turned into passion as I got into performing arts. My love for performing arts has inspired me to pursue a career in television. I want to be more knowledgeable of what goes on in production and the creative process it takes to make a movie or a television show. I think as an artist, it's important to be just as knowledgeable about the production work that goes on behind the scenes as much as knowing how to be in front of the camera or on stage. Now, to know more about the industry of television, I interviewed a good friend of mine who has been working for a prominent television network here in the Philippines for 16 years. What is a typical workday like in this profession? What is expected from an industry employee? Based on the interview, a typical workday for someone in the industry, such as an executive producer, includes meetings and arranging pre-production requirements for the taping of an episode. These include the budget, the technical equipment, location permits, and overseeing the tasks of the production assistant who has to file for the request of utilities, purchase orders, and technical equipment. During taping, it is the job of an executive producer to manage the logistics on set and oversee the tasks of the staff. After taping, he or she needs to liquidate expenses for the episode. These liquidation reports would then have to be signed by the bosses and then submitted to the finance department. Basically, after taping, he or she had to accomplish paperwork. Skills, abilities, and personality traits are required to be successful in this field. What skills do you possess or would want to build on? Having been an aspiring actress for some time, I had a glimpse of what it was like working in this industry. It has made me realize that to be successful in this field, one must possess excellent social skills. In this industry, you have to be open to meeting and working with different types of people who come from different backgrounds. You also have to be flexible and understanding of the different personalities you're going to meet and work with. Hence, being a team player is also a plus because in the world of television, you work with a pool of people who have different roles and responsibilities. Aside from these traits, you must have the passion for creating shows that viewers would enjoy. In terms of skills, oral and written communication skills are important. Oral communication would help with the day-to-day social interactions in the network and the sets you work in, while written communication skills are just as important as the job also entails a lot of paperwork. Aside from these, skills to possess would vary depending on your role in the production team. If you're the executive producer, then you must have leadership abilities. Researchers and writers should have investigative, creative, and critical thinking and writing skills in order to create storylines which are relatable and realistic for the viewers. Every person in the production team has a skill set to contribute in order to create shows for the viewing public. I believe that going into the world of television, I must further develop skills in researching and writing because given the opportunity to be part of a production team, I would love to be a part of the pool of people that would create the story or the concept of a show. My passion for performing and delivering the story of the characters I portray has inspired me to be part of the creative process by which the stories are developed. Examples of specific media sources and sites you consume on a daily basis. On a daily basis, I constantly consume media platforms for both leisure and work. Television and radio are my number one sources of information about the world. Second would be social media sites. These also provide a convenient means of communicating, aside from being another source of information. What is your ideal job upon graduation from this program? Ideally, I would love to be part of a production team as a writer or a researcher. As I've mentioned earlier, I would love to pour my creative abilities into creating storylines which are realistic and relatable to the viewers. Upon graduation from the program, I understand that in this industry, based on how it is here in the Philippines, everyone starts production work from the bottom. You would then work your way up to a promotion by developing production assistant skills as you learn different tasks along the way. What do you anticipate your realistic starting salary would be in your chosen area? What general location and size of market do you expect to start in? In the Philippines, realistically, there are no fixed salaries for people who work in production. Salaries would depend on the number of shows you work on a daily basis. It also depends on your position on the team. An executive producer makes 20 to 40,000 pesos a month, depending on the number of shows he or she produces. Researchers and writers make 4 to 6,000 pesos per episode. Starting salaries for other members of the team would vary, and these would be approximately from 3 to 4,000 pesos per episode. I know it's not much, but if you work hard, opportunities for growth and promotion is possible.